Logic blocks are helpful tools that can be configured to perform logical operations within the Nextworld platform. One of those operations is to show or hide components, or fields, within an application based on the value entered in a different field. In this video, we create a logic block to display the compensation fields only when the budgeted field is selected. First, navigate to the No-Code Studio and use Explorer to locate the logic block builder. Then select Create. Select the Explorer button to minimize the Explorer menu. The logic block builder has opened on the General Configuration page. This is where we will enter the details about the logic block. The logic block we are building will be attached to an application. Therefore, we need to enter the name of the table the application is built over into the table name field. Select Save and Stay. Open the logic block builder page. This is where we configure the details of the logic block. Since we want to conditionally show or hide the components based on the true/false budget field, the logic block action is conditional. Use the Actions panel to locate the conditional action and drag it into the Builder pane. We use the Properties panel to configure the logic block action. It is important to note that the Properties panel will vary based on the action being used. Select Add Expression. Since this logic block will be triggered based on the value entered in a specific field, the type is Field. And Table is the same table name entered on the General Configuration page. Field is the field which will cause the logic block to execute. These values are automatically available in the drop-down menus because of the table name we entered on the General Configuration page. Set the condition as true so the row will be hidden when budgeted is selected. Next, we configure what happens when this condition is met. Return to the Actions search field and enter Show. Drag the action into the true block of the conditional. In the Properties panel, select Add Input. Enter the application name. Identify the page, row, field, or action name that will be shown when the field is selected. The fields we want to conditionally show are on row D, so we select row D. Next, we identify what happens when the budgeted field is not selected. Enter Hide in the Actions search field. Drag the action to the false block of the conditional. In the Properties panel, select Add Input. Enter the application name and select row D. Select Save and Stay. This completes the steps to create the logic block. The next step is to configure the application to use the logic block. Open the Explorer menu, enter the application's name into the search field, and press Enter on your keyboard. Select Application Builder, and use the row action to open the application in edit mode. Close the Explorer menu. Use the Wide View button to expand the application's Properties panel, and select Actions. In the Event Action subtable, select Add. We need to add 2 event actions to this application. The first event action will execute the logic block. This will hide the compensation fields when a user opens the detail form of the application. Select Event and select Form is initialized. Select the action field and enter the name of the logic block we just created. The second event action is to execute the logic block to show the compensation fields when the budgeted field is selected and therefore is marked as true. Select Add. Select the event field and select Field Value Changed. And the field name is the data item that triggers the logic block. Enter the name of the logic block in the action field. Select Save and Stay, and select Generate. Once the notification confirming that the application has been generated appears, open the Form Action menu and select Launch. Now let's see the logic block in action. Select Create. Notice there are no compensation fields displayed. To show the compensation fields, select Budgeted. This is a good logic block to create when you want to show or hide an application component or field based on the value entered in a different field. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. To learn more about this topic, please refer to Nextworld Help.